it takes 22 hours to complete a horse, so it's not definitely that you just throw together. And every horse gets sold.
What is hobby horsing?
So, hobby horsing is a sport which includes hobby horses, which are like these plush horses on a stick. Usually they're homemade, completely hand sewn hobby horse like plushies, which we connect to a stick, and then we ride them. And it might include jumping or dressage or western. And it has many sides to it, but as short as I can say it, it's a sport that involves us riding a hobby horse.
So the hobby horses themselves, are these kind of things that people just throw together? Like, no, 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 these are taken care of. These are people's babies.
These are like homemade. Many people produce them at their own home, and it involves a lot of work. I myself, I'm an entrepreneur in hobby horse making and making camps. So it takes 22 hours to complete a horse, so it's not definitely that you just throw together. It's a sports equipment and it needs much care. Like when you go outside and it's a little bit of like rain going down, usually like we put on some blankets so it doesn't get wet. And then when it gets wet and it's like a little bit dirty, we brush them off and we don't just think it's a real horse. Like, you know, those football players and hockey players have their precious like ice skates or their lucky shirts. It's almost the same thing. Like you cannot play football without a ball. So it's the same thing that you cannot do hobby horsing without a hobby horse.
Do you name the horses?
Yeah, we almost every time we do. I have a name for all of the horses I own, and usually I like to name my sale horses, which like when people have kind of an emotion, like tie with the horse they're about to buy, and the name is good, they're more prone to buy it from you. And it kind of creates a personal aspect to that when you're naming the horses. So yeah, yeah, we name the horses like most of the time.
Can you share the name? Or is it like, no, you don't tell people the name of the horse?
Yeah, actually the horse that I have here, which is my star of the show, I have a tattoo of him. His name is Mingy, which is ROS Always Song, his full name. And his stable name, which is the name that everyone calls him, like for short, is Mingy. And then I have Ru, Dayu, Tae, and then I had Yona, but Yona is from like I sold him a while back. Yeah, it's like, and for the sale horses, I love to pick out names for them. I have different like breeds that have the same like heritage. They have different like moms and dads, and they're kind of as like in concept. Like some horses have their names off of like the universe and the space, and other have their names on birds and metals, like Copperhawk, Silverbird, Platinum Wagtail, and everything. So yeah, we kind of spent time on the names, and we like to name them.
Like, how much do you sell a horse for?
So my prices are from 50 to 500 euros slash dollars, and every horse gets sold. It's like I'm an entrepreneur. I do this myself. I have my workforce is me, and I'm making about $15,000 per year off of hobby horses alone. And then there are the camps, which are a completely different aspect. There are thousands of euros in that as well. Sponsorships, flight tickets, like yeah, you can really profit off of hobby horses.